Figs. Humanity has such a special relationship with this particular fruit. They're delicious and very healthy.
So let's explore and find out what is it that makes figs so healthy. One of the reasons I like figs so much is because figs are so easy to grow. There are a lot of fruits out there which require extra care or are subject to various diseases and insects. Fig is not such a tree. They rarely get sick and they need very little attention. Also, they are drought resistant, which makes them a perfect fruit to grow here in Southern California. A single fig tree can produce a lot of fruit, almost enough for 2 households. Because it's so prolific, you can use its fruit to enjoy during the season as fresh, or you can can it, dry it, and do many other things to store the food for the next year. This particular fig is a white fig, or I call it a white fig. And I'm going to show you when it's done and when is the good time to pick it and how you should pick it. The first way we know fig is ripe is by its color. You can see that this one is nice and yellow versus the one that's here. Size and color. And very often the figs will ooze sweet nectar on the outside. That is also a sign the fig is ready. Once the fig comes to season, it's very important to pick it on a regular basis. By picking the fresh figs, you're going to eliminate an opportunity for insects to start breaking into their skin, laying the eggs, and so on. So I come every day and pick the ripe figs because once they start ripening, they're going to ripen rather quickly. This is that nectar I've been telling you about.
Returning back to growing our own food is absolutely crucial. The list of reasons is endless. For years now, I've been encouraging everyone who's following our channel to consider planting at least one fruit tree in their yard. If we are to eat healthy and provide abundance of organically grown fresh fruit and vegetables, all of us have to get involved. Whatever there is sun, soil, and water, there should be abundance of homegrown foods. And figs are the easiest to grow.
Another important tip about having a fig tree is to trim it every year. This will not only ensure the new growth and healthy new branches, but it will also give you opportunity to pick figs from the ground. So this is very important, at least in my case, because I don't want to bring the ladder every year and go and pick the figs from high up. And first, it's not safe and it's a lot of work. But also, by trimming my tree, I am giving kids a chance to pick the figs with me. So when I have kids come and visit, we can come to the tree and everybody can participate in fig picking, which is a lot of fun.
Figs are extremely helpful for your digestion. They contain a lot of fiber, which helps regulate and recondition your intestines. They're very rich in antioxidants, and they're loaded with iron, which is excellent for women. Figs are truly a powerhouse, loaded with the various vitamins and minerals like copper, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin A. This beautiful tree will nourish not only you, but also the wildlife and sometimes the domestic life as well. My bees love it, and so do my chickens. There's also another component to all of this, because spending time in nature while picking fruit is good for us. This is just one of many batches of figs that we will pick throughout the season, and all of these come off of one tree. We also grow this type of figs, and I'm going to pick only few along with some peaches. And by the way, this is what's left of the season. It's September, and we only have few peaches left on a tree. Reminding people how important it is to live close to nature is a passion of mine. Most of my work is done through my charity, this channel, and a television program we produce for public access television stations. If you guys have a moment, I would greatly appreciate if you can check us out at VLADA'S.com. Let's get back to our figs. This is a dehydrator I use to dry the figs. I will dry batches of these figs and store them in bags like this for the winter time. I like using them as a quick breakfast with a piece of walnut or almond, or as a dessert. The process is quite simple. All you need to do is to remove the top of the fig, slice it in half, and set it on a tray to dry. I have learned that this way the fig will retain enough moisture so that they are delicious throughout the winter. This one is particularly beautiful. Last year, all our figs inside looked like this one. Once we have a tray full, the rest of the figs will go towards a marmalade we'll be making mixed with the grapes, peaches, and figs. Canning fruit is another great way to preserve organic fruits that you are unable to consume throughout the year. So we're going to make this quick marmalade with some sugar and these 3 types of fruit, and that would be all. If you would like to learn how to preserve fruit like these without any preservatives and how to can simply, you can find out on this YouTube channel under a fig jam video. I enjoy sharing simple tips on how to grow and preserve food naturally. And speaking of that, we just recently opened a jar of a fig jam that we canned 10 years ago, and it was just as good as the day we made it. Thank you very much for watching. My name is VLADA, and if you like this video, consider subscribing for more simple tips on a natural way of life.